Just drag a drum rack in. I'll show you how you can use it to do all your drums. Gonna highlight the area I want, Command Shift M, create two little spots for the kick. Just picking a hi-hat. I'm actually going to Command 4 to turn the grid off, nudge it a little bit off grid. This one goes pretty hard, so I'll use it. Just gonna put it in the typical snare spot. Now for some perks, shrink it just to cut out that one, and add in a few of these here around. If you drop the sustain, it'll shorten it. Same with the release, that shortens it. That shortens the tail. And I just want a tight one for now. So I turn the attack up just so it doesn't like pop. It sounds a little more smooth now that I moved it to the middle. Let's say you want to use a loop. I'm gonna option click and drag so that all those settings, duplicate them to another sample, which I can then replace. So then shrink these little bars. Let's say we could use that. I'm just gonna drag it over, duplicate it again, drag in the new one, and let's say I want to use this last one. A lot of these loops, we can see it's got low end. You can hear it. You can feel the sub kind of hitting you, which you don't want. So I'm just gonna turn the filter on, put on high pass, and cut out like, you know, under 500 to be safe. So you can look at it now, because there's really nothing below 500 in that sound that we care for, because it's more of like a mid-range percussion. I'm just gonna duplicate, drag, kind of repeat the process, try out some more of these sounds. Clicking the clip, Command D. I really just kind of repeat this process and try out some other sounds. Like, so this is a cool little sparkly sound. Drag it in, put it on classic, turn it on loop mode, turn the fade up a bit and the loop down a bit. And then I'm going to Command J to consolidate all of that. And then I'll drag this note out to the very end. And now that it's on loop, it'll just continuously play. And it smoothly fades back to the beginning, which is what this does. So that's cool. Just to be a little more realistic sounding, I'm gonna turn the release down on this one so that it completely cuts out when this note ends. So yeah, I mean, that's just a quick little demo of throw in any kind of sample. Like, here's a bass. I'll just have this play continuously. Put it on classic again so I can adjust the ADSR. So I duplicated the bass, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go down 5 semitones, and then now it'll play the lower note here. All right, so here's a cool clap. So I'll just I'll just put it on the first snare of every measure. And as I usually do, I'm gonna turn the filter on, put on high pass, cut out cut out like, you know, around below 1 to 2K just to get this part. Go to your hi-hat right here, which I will rename Command R, and turn the LFO on. Turn the R thing off so that it's not re-triggering. Turn the pitch modulation up a few percent, maybe the volume and the pan. If you do that, it might add a little bit of flavor. Let's see if this hi-hat even has sub frequencies, you can see. So I think from the beginning I should have just high passed it around 1,000 to be safe. Like, I might just try that, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna shrink this little as usual. And then this is like a double snare sound, so it's like a da-da. So I'll put it in like the typical spot, like right before the kick, like a kind of like what a drummer would do most of the time. It's a little slow, so I'm gonna tune it up so it speeds it up like that. So this has a cool cymbal, which I think I might be able to use. Not really sure. Throw it in right here. Wait. So shift tab to go between views. You know, it's not bad. So here's another thing. So that's cool. But I want it to end just like that open hat. So I'm gonna turn the release down after I put it on classic mode. Maybe adjust the start time and the attack just a touch. Just so that it cuts out completely. I'll turn the filter on, and then I'm gonna turn the envelope on. Turn the filter envelope on. Turn the amount up. Put it on, I'm gonna go with bandpass. Adjust the frequency, and I'm gonna solo it. And then adjust this slightly. Turn the decay up a little more. Turn the frequency down a little bit. All right, you know, just a little different. Let's listen to it with the drums. Turn the volume up a little bit. It's just a little different. So yeah, that's how you use the filter envelope in the sampler. I'm going to open up this little button. Then I'm going to turn this little R on. I'm gonna grab the hybrid reverb, drag it into this little box area, turn the dry wet up so that it is now 100% wet, and then I'm gonna press this little S button to open up the sends. So if I want to add reverb to anything using this reverb, I can send as much as I want, up to 0. So now it's got reverb on it. That's nice. This little percussion right here, I'll drop it in there. Great little pattern there. I'm gonna use the convolution, shaboom. Drop it in as another reverb. I'm gonna rename it spring because that's what I'm gonna use. Turn the dry wet all the way up, go to spring setting, and then I'm gonna send this wood block to B for spring. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna turn the decay down though, so it doesn't last forever. Let's say you wanted to beef up the sound a bit with a drum bus. Drag that on. Might mess with this drive, turn up the crunch, turn up the boom. Just a little bit. Gets it louder. And then I'm also gonna grab a grain delay as another send. So here's a little little bongo here. And I'm gonna put that sound and then turn up the fourth one, which is the grain delay. I'm just gonna mess with the feedback by turning that up. The spray up a bit for some randomization. Just continue on my merry way like a madman. What's shifter? This is new to me. Not really sure if this is a good idea. Yeah, so, you know, just a little fun demonstration. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit. That's how you make drums with a drum rack.